Modern education, with putting people in groups and teaching subjects as independent, it's not going to work with AI because AI is an interdisciplinary subject. Within AI, there are concepts from Boltzmann, like Ludwig Boltzmann from physical chemistry. There are Boltzmann discussions in AI studies. There are issues from Newton's calculus. There are issues from Joseph Fourier's mathematics. So we have calculus and mathematics. We have chemistry, physical chemistry. We have physics. AI is just a lot, and engineering. So it's an interdisciplinary field. So for example, right now we teach calculus separate from physics. That needs to end. They need to be together because calculus came from, the co-founders are Isaac Newton and Gottfried Leibniz. They came up with these ideas of calculus, but Newton's explanation for calculus comes back to the gravitational work he was doing, the work on gravity, right? I have some young mathematicians in the background doing their schoolwork. But here's what is interesting. AI can help you learn 4 to 5 years of material if you're really dedicated. If you have AI and you have good practice techniques and you have a coach, there's nothing you can learn almost anything as fast as you want to learn. Like it is there. So you can use it to learn a lot more quickly, right? It's not just about that though, because part of what I want to do for students in my Counting the Calculus is eventually we're going to start selling bookshelves. I want them to have a bookshelf, and then on the bookshelf, they need to have all the books that are relevant to their math and science education right here, because it's not enough to learn a concept once and then say, oh, I'm done with it. I don't need to review the book. No, you should always have it handy. That's the era we're in. It's an era where classical education is key, where you're reading primary documents, where you're learning how to learn, where you're seeking to go above and beyond. That's the era that we're in. AI runs on logic, math, computer science, and physics. Classical education is the bedrock that can train very good AI scientists. But that's not the goal of classical education fundamentally. I'm just saying it so happens that they have the logic piece. So if you run a classical school, or if you want to learn more about classical education and my math curriculum coming out on the Quadrivium, reach out to Amos at countingtocalculus.org. Amos at countingtocalculus.org. Okay, so let's land this plane. There's a lot for us to talk about. Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa, we'll do a deep dive into AI. We'll carry on in our study from non-computable you, and we'll help you to understand what AI can do, what it can't do, and for the things that it can do, we're going to see how we can scale that up. What if we used AI to dismantle illiteracy and innumeracy all across Africa? How cool would that be? Because they can catch up quickly and get ahead in the content they need to learn. I look forward to sharing more of that with you. Reach out if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, objections, and join us for our weekly meetings where we'll talk more about AI and its impact. It will be on Zoom. Email Amos at countingtocalculus.org if you want to take part in that, and I'll see some of you. It'll be on Saturdays. We're working out the details, but on Saturdays, we'll be talking more about AI and how to prepare your students in the age of AI, but also how it ties back to the one who created all things. Because the reason why AI can even try working is because it's trying to copy the people that were created in the image of God. It has limits. And the only reason it can make sense is if there's one who created us to have the ability to sense things and the ability to be who we're made to be. God created us for a purpose. We have to remember that. God created us for a purpose. And we need to live lives that make sense within what God has created us for. And yes, there are tools that can help us make our lives more efficient, but then why do we want our lives more efficient? For what purpose? So we can honor God and live for Him and glorify Him. The problem at the Tower of Babel was not that they had talents and abilities to build structures. It was their intent. What is our intent? I look forward to sharing more with you. Take care and God bless.